Hey, what's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm doing another best skin combinations video for CSGO. If you don't know what this series is, basically I use mods for CSGO to put skins from one skin onto a different weapon and try to see if I can make some cool combinations or some crazy combinations, and then I show them off in the video. And the first skin here is actually the gut knife Muertos. I probably pronounced that wrong because I really suck at Spanish, but yeah, I tried testing out some gut knives because I've never shown a gut knife before because I'm not the biggest fan of the gut knife, but I thought I'd finally test one out and that one didn't look too bad. And the Bulldozer skin looks really sweet when you put it on pretty much any other weapon. It works on knives. I've shown that in some other videos, but someone suggested the P2000. I haven't really shown too many P2000, so P2000 Bulldozer, not a bad looking skin. Now the next skin is the Atomic Alloy M4A4. This is of course an M4A1S skin, but it actually doesn't look too bad on the M4A4. It kind of shines like this. The skin also looks really cool on the AK-47. I think I showed that in one of the other videos, but I played around with some more case hardened stuff because you guys seem to be interested in that. And someone suggested the case hardened Desert Eagle, and I think it would look cool if it was kind of a nicer pattern. The pattern that it gives you by default is kind of a dull looking one, but I also played around with some cool flip knives, and I noticed that the Quartz skin, such as the Cobalt Quartz, looks pretty sweet on the flip knife as well as other knives, but I haven't shown too many flip knives yet, so that is a cool flip knife combination right there. Someone from the last video also suggested that I put the Tiger Tooth skin on an AK to see what it looks like, and it's kind of cool. I don't know if I would actually use this in game, but I did notice that the skin is super shiny when it's in the sun. It looks cool when it's in the sun. And there's also the Glock Acid Fade. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have like the fade part over the whole skin. Some of it is just white, but it's still kind of cool. And I also created the Op Supernova, which isn't a bad looking skin as well. Got the Kenny S sticker on it, but there's also different patterns on the Supernova, so maybe this op could look a little different depending on the pattern. And also there's also a red quartz skin, which I believe is for the Tech 9, and that also works well on knives just like the Cobalt Quartz does. So that looks pretty cool on the flip knife. And I also played around with the Karambit Bone Machine because someone suggested that, and I think it looks pretty sweet when it's in the sun. It really shines, and it's a pretty awesome knife. And I know there's some people that don't like skulls on skins, but I think it's kind of cool on the Bone Machine skin, and it definitely looks cool on that Karambit. And a lot of people have been asking me to play around with the Icarus fell, and it doesn't look too good on other skins just because it kind of gets messed up. But on the P250, I kind of like the look. It's kind of like the P250 Undertow, but a little nicer looking. And here is the Op Hypnotic. Hypnotic is a pretty basic skin, so it can pretty much fit on any other weapon in the game, and it's not too bad looking on the Op, and you can also get different patterns for this, so that's pretty cool. And the next skin is the AK Orange DD Pad. Unfortunately, I used an AK that has a sticker on it, and that's why it has a sticker still on it. But the DD Pad skins actually look pretty cool in the AK. I think I showed the pink DD Pad in another video, and I actually tried out the orange DD Pad, and it's not too bad looking, and also the Glock Grotto. The Grotto skin surprisingly actually works well on almost every skin in the game, especially the Glock and knives. I even tried it on the Op, and that's not too bad looking as well, but the Glock is really awesome. I would probably use that. And here is one of the coolest knives that I found when experimenting. It is the Karambit Ruby Poison Dart. This is just awesome looking, especially when it's in the sun. The Ruby Poison Dart is a really cool knife finish. It actually works really well on the knives, and I'm pretty sure this would work well on some other knives as well, but I noticed it was pretty sweet on the Karambit. And also played around with the M9 Bayonet knife skins. I tried putting on the boom texture from the Op onto the M9 Bayonet, and I think it's pretty sweet looking. I don't know if that would work on other knives, but for that knife it looks cool. And also the P90 Chatterbox was a skin that I made from the Galil, and I think it looks cool. The skull kind of like goes in the front, so it kind of looks like it would be a real skin. Some parts are a little messed up, but it's still a pretty cool skin. Probably the best gun that the Chatterbox skin works on besides the Galil. But next up we've got we've got this Bayonet, which is the Cobalt Core, which is actually from the new case, and I believe it's from a Mag 7 skin, but it looks kind of cool on the Bayonet, kind of like a futuristic look going on here. Sort of cool. And finally, last but not least, we have the P2000 frontside Misty. Of course, that's from the AK, but I put it on the P2000. Not a bad look. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys like this video. And I'm Mcskillet. And also make sure you check out the first 3 parts if you haven't seen those. But yeah, I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.